Welcome to Global Cherries here on Back on the Net, a chance for you to have your say. Look, we've got full-time cherries outside the ground for anyone who is in attendance on a match day, but if you're not, don't worry about it. You can still get your opinions on Back on the Net. We've got our own Telegram group that you can be a part of, and after each game we'll give you a deadline. You can send in your videos and then we'll take a look and see what it's all about. My name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
We had a good selection of videos last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did indeed. Well, see how they've got on this one. I mean, is there anything to talk about in this game?
There might be, but there was one quote in particular last week that you absolutely loved, wasn't it?
Sand beats rock.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Chris Edwards.
Chrissy Edwards, I'll tell you what. And we're basically like, me and Chris are top with, because he's from America and I went to America. So, like, yeah, we're quite tight. So I kind of get it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was a quote of the week for sure, mate. Quote
of the week. Who's going to have quote of the week this week? Well, we don't know. We need to get stuck into the video. So let's go. And look, it's only Chris Edwards to start.
Everybody's thinking the same thing. We're trying to think about something to say about that match.
True.
A shin. We were a David Brooks shin away from that goal.
What? All I can say is jam. It just says jam on the back. I don't want to know what it all is, because it might be like a registration. Is that a registration plate?
I reckon it's Pearl Jam.
Ooh.
I reckon it's a Pearl Jam.
That's a great shout from me. Yeah, because the L, you can see an L, can't you?
Chris, let me know if I'm right, will you?
But I want every video to only show the word jam as well. Yeah. I reckon it's actually, he's cut it off when he left with Jamal Lowe. And then he's just got rid of it. Fair play, Chris.
Credit to Newcastle. Man, they changed their tactics, sat a lot of players from the Barcelona match, and we couldn't put anything past that jolly green giant of a back line they had.
He's done again.
But I guess the one positive we got is just the state of our club, because everybody's saying that, man, they're happy with a point and we're disappointed in a point. Oh, well, on to Leeds. Up the chairs.
Up the chairs. Yeah, he makes a very good point, doesn't he? Does Mark Greggs make a good point? He's from Brisbane. Let's see what he's got to say.
Right, I've written down all the interesting and fun facts on that game, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. There it is, look. Empty. It was a shit game, all right? But Eddie came down to do a job, and he did it bloody well, as he always does. He stifled the game. He caused us to cross the ball more often than we needed against a tall team. He came for the point. He got the point.
Where do you think the dog ends up? The dog looks like it's going to walk off. Right, let's make a prediction. Where do you think? I reckon the dog ends up behind him and you don't see the dog at the end of the video.
I think it's me on the other side of the
ball. Going to go for it?
Yeah. By the way, look at his eyes.
I always think of that. I've got blue eyes. I was thinking, God, he's coming strong there.
Oh, Mark, have you got contact lenses?
Just look again, like last time it was the shirt like blended in with the pool, didn't it?
He's car matching.
Now the eyes are. Fair play.
Point and fair play to him. And to be honest, there were some good bits. The first 10-15 minutes, we looked pretty good. I was quite promising. Shame about the goal that was disallowed.
See why? Why's the dog not moved? The dog hadn't moved.
Move.
Come on.
See why? It was offside. Jimenez looked good in right back. He covered it pretty well. Understand why he came off at half time with a yellow card. Good decision, to be honest. Christie and Cliver, more time. About time those guys got some more time. I can see why they're not coming on part of the time, but Christie looked pretty good. His energy levels looked good. He looked dangerous. So hopefully we get a bit more of him in the future.
He is making some good points, but I keep looking at the dog.
I know. I'm listening.
Mark, you're making some excellent points.
Yeah.
He's right about Christie and Cliver. You've spoken about that on the second look as well. So, yeah, good point.
End of the day, right, we're top 4 after 5 games. It's another point. Where people are sort of, we didn't do very well, we got a point. It's against a club that's playing in the Champions League. Newcastle are a good team. I know they're obviously worried about losing another 4-1 to us, which was always hopeful, but not going to happen. It's another point, looking promising. Who knows? Europe could be on the cards, early days yet. Up them Chezzers, come on.
I mean, I love Mark, he makes some great points. The dog's last down there. Your dog's lazy. Honestly, it's still in the same position when they start the video. What's it doing?
Is your dog called Billing?
Hey. Just have a watch. No. Hey, Billing, by the way.
Yeah,
got the winner, didn't he?
I'm joking. He's just very pedestrian, just like your dog. So, yeah, fair play. Right, let's see what Matt from Delaware says. I tell you what, he is in, and you can see who's filming it this week as well. Check this out. Right, let's go.
So anyway, if anyone needs help going to sleep tonight, then maybe watch that game. But the result was a point, and that's what we were really looking for, I guess. Do we want 3 points?
Is that an advent calendar? What is it? You know the Bournemouth one? It looks pretty cool.
No, it's like, is it?
But then it looks like a map.
Yeah, it's like, so that's Newcastle, Sunderland. So it's almost like you scratch off on there, maybe?
Yeah, when you've played them, because it looks like a league table. I'm not sure. But it looks a bit advent calendar, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because it looks like there's little windows, but
oh my God, I would like one of them, because then I can scratch it off when I've been.
Yeah, I quite like it. Let us know what that is.
Yeah.
What is? Hopefully it's got chocolate bit on it.
Yeah.
I think a point's okay. Just a bit boring about how the point came about. I'm a bit disappointed with Christie. I don't know what he was thinking when he took the free kick. Just after coming on, he took a free kick and he just seemed to kick it towards the keeper. No potency to it or anything. So I think he needs more game time. I think he needs more. It's just not sharp, and it'll come with time. It's not the end of the world, but it just goes to show you that, you know, he can be really good. Just got to give him some more time. Brooks running around like crazy. Brooks was putting so much effort in. I'm sure someone knows the statistic of how many miles he's run in each game, but he seems to be everywhere. He's putting a really good shift in for us, and I know we've said it a few times. I'd like to see a little bit more from Tavernier. And obviously, defence are just amazing. It just looks like they were always who they're always this unit. He's gelled them together so well.
Yeah, he has, 100%. He has really gelled them together so well. And the second myself and you spoke about that. But he mentions Brooks there.
Yeah.
It is quite interesting because usually, last season, I can't really remember, like Semenyo would be frequently used, but it felt like maybe Brooks would rotate with someone else when they shot like Ouattara, for instance. Yeah. Do you feel as though now could be the time where there might be a few changes? Because it has very much been Semenyo Brooks all season long. Yeah,
it has. And I think rightly so, because they're both performing really well, and then Tav's obviously gone inside.
What about Ben Doak?
We might see him. And yeah, I definitely... You got to use the squad as we saw last season. You know, you don't want anyone to burn out. But yeah, he's right, because I think the thing I've always thought with Brooks is he going to be an Iraola player? Because he hasn't got them. I've always felt like, is he physically and energetic, and he, to be fair to him, he's putting in a lot. He seems like he's just got it. It shows how intelligent a footballer he is, because he's been able to adapt to Andoni and been really aggressive in the press. And I think that's why he's getting rewarded with starts, mate.
So although a little bit of a boring game, probably more Eddie's intent. And the commentary that I was watching the game on said, when they came into half-time, they said that Eddie Howe was probably going to be the happier of the two managers. So a bit of a surprise that they're probably happier with a draw than we are. So up the Cherries, bring on Leeds.
Did you notice something at the end of that video?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I did. It was his partner or wife, you can see her in the reflection, telling him to wind it up, because we've got a 90-second limit on our video.
Love that.
And Matt went over the top. So fair play.
I love that.
For the camera.
I'll tell you what, and it's so fitting that while he's on the camera being the main man, being Eddie Howe, that he's got JT there. Do you know what I mean? You've got to have your sidekick. But yeah, made some really good points, to be fair. And I think that's where we've got to try and keep the positivity, is that Newcastle are happier with that point than us. And that is where we're at.
This show is brought to you by Samovo. Look, if you're travelling abroad and you need data on the go, chances are, if you're using your UK mobile, maybe it's part of your plan, but maybe it's not. Especially if you travel outside the EU, sometimes you can find you're paying extortionate amounts for data. With Samovo, it's absolutely easy. Just go to samovo.com and browse the list of regions and countries, and all you need to do is just select where you're going to go and buy an appropriate data plan for how long you're going and how much data you need. And then what you get is an eSIM. Do you know what an eSIM is?
No, go on.
It's something that they give you and you put on your phone. That's all I know.
Oh, so it's not an actual physical...
No, it's not physical. It's a digital SIM card. You just get it on your phone, and then you can use your normal phone numbers, but for data, you can use the digital SIM card, and you can use it to your heart's content, not having to worry about what type of horrendous phone bill you'll come back to when you get back home. So with Samovo.com, if you use the code BOTN, you get 10% off. It's run by a Cherries fan, so you're supporting a Bournemouth-based business and you're supporting Back of the Net at the same time. So go to samovo.com and use code BOTN.
I just drifted off there because I was reminiscing, because you went, if you go outside of the EU, and I thought, do you remember when we went to America, didn't we? It always reminds me.
Let's hear from Gabe. He's with us, and he did a superb job last week. Can he do it again?
Yeah, he'll deliver.
Inside 90 seconds. Let's see if he delivers. He will.
I think all things considered, whilst that was a definitely tough watch of a game, I value the point for two main reasons. One, I think it's a good point because it's against an excellent opponent. You know, Newcastle are fantastic, and defensively they've been on point not just today, but the whole season. But secondly, I value the point because in a game like that, when the attack is so frustrating, you want to come away with at least a point. And we did, so that's a positive. I think
Brilliant hair, Gabe.
Oh, I know.
Brilliant hair. The locks on that. I'm just looking at it, guys. It's pretty perfect, isn't it?
Do you think he's tall?
Yeah.
He just looks like he could be tall.
Yeah, he looks like he could be.
It'd be weird if he just came up to me and was short.
Yeah, and he was like my height or something.
Yeah,
There's been too much talk about height this weekend. I can't be arsed.
from the game itself was defensively, we were excellent today. Truffert, big shout out to him because all the wingers.
Sorry?
I tell you what, he's got the pronunciation right.
That was brilliant.
Truffert.
Oh, I love that. That was good, that.
Thrown at him, he did excellent. And then I thought Diakite and Senesi once again showed that their partnership is fantastic. The way they work together is amazing. I think both could be man of the match, but for me, I give it more to Diakite just because he was impressive in dealing.
Really excited for the Jimenez pronunciation. I hope he goes. And what's he going to do about James Hill?
Yeah.
Voltemada. So yeah. On to the attack. Look, I think Iraola got the defense and the midfield structure on point, but I think offensively he should have changed up two things in the second half. One was he should have less insisted on the long balls over the top, just because the Newcastle defense kept sweeping it up and really doing well to crowd out Eva. But the second thing I think is that Iraola should have swapped Brooks and Semenyo on the wings. I think Semenyo was getting really targeted on the right, and so I think Brooks on the right would have been more effective in the sense of getting those left-footed in-swinging crosses in, and Semenyo coming on the left-hand side would have been better. But yeah, I think finally Christie and Kluivert from off the bench look bright.
And that's where the video ends. I don't know if that cut you off too soon, but
Wow.
he made a good point about Semenyo.
Yeah.
Well, I think I forgot to mention it on the second look. Like, when he got, did he get cynically fouled or something?
Yes.
But he went down for a bit. He was not the same player after.
No.
He sort of was hobbling around for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm hoping there's nothing in
I
that.
think it's just
but
a dead leg. Maybe.
yeah, it might have been. But no, I agree. We tried it at one point in the first half where we switched the wings, didn't we?
Yeah.
Of Brooks Semenyo. I thought when Adley come on, he might switch Semenyo at that point as well, because Adley likes playing on the right. But yeah, maybe he could have mixed it up a little bit more. But I guess we were in a comfy position, weren't we? And as we've already alluded to a few times, neither manager wanted to take too many risks, it seemed.
Let's hear from James from Winnipeg in Canada.
Hi, back in the net. I'm James from Winnipeg, Canada. Just got finished watching the game. I think overall, I'm happy with a point. It was less of a fun watch than I think we're probably getting used to seeing. I think the way Newcastle was playing kind of shut our system down, and they kind of dictated how the game was played, with a lot of them getting behind the ball, and it really slowed things down.
Just keep waiting for him to lift his arm up. I want to see what the tackle is.
Yeah, I know.
Can't see it. You can only see a little tiny bit of it. Remember that for next week.
But overall, defensively, we played fantastic. I think Bafo was great. Truffert was really good today. I think one of the things I think we'll have to get going is figuring out how to have our pressing system break down a team that really wants to shut a game down.
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like it works the best against a team that is confident. Like some of the top teams, I think it works so well because they're not used to having that press on them. But when a team is pushing back as far back as Newcastle was today, it's a system that we got to figure out how to make it break down those types of games. But overall, a point. I'm happy, and cheers, up the Cherries.
Solid debut from James. And you know what, James? Like,
Very solid.
There wasn't enough about your background for me to comment on. He played it very safe. But fair play. That was a good start, wasn't it?
And I'll tell you what, he went straight into the weekend. He went, I'm not going to take any risks on my first one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take any risks. He's taking the point, gone home, he's happy.
He's like Eddie Howe, isn't he? He's like Eddie Howe. Let's hear from Tristan then. Come on.
Hello, Sam and Tom, or whoever's doing the show today. I think there will be plenty said about the referee and the performance overall, the missed chances and just offside goal and all that. So I want to get to the positives.
It's like
Go on.
he could be standing up,
Yeah.
but he also could be doing it like that.
Yeah.
And I still don't know.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. See if we might get a little bit more intel as it goes on.
I do, it doesn't matter. But
That we're really seeing Brooks and Semenyo get to their top level. I think Brooks hasn't looked this good since before his cancer. It's incredible that he's gotten to this point again. Semenyo obviously having a great season, wasn't able to find a breakthrough today, but still looked quite quality. And I think Truffert and Jimenez coming up.
I want him to do like a not a podcast, but something that I can have on when I'm like meditation. It'd be really good. What's it been called? The ASMR. You know what I say? He'd be really good at that.
Yeah, just start going out.
He's got a really nice voice, hasn't he? And again, like Gabe, good set there.
Of course, because of the yellow card, I think. But he looked quality. But the two of them look like the right back as they form those partnerships with Brooks and Semenyo. And Truffert, I think, has already started linking up with Brooks really well on the left side. That'll be something to really look out for because the wide play really does help us, especially when we're facing teams with a low block. Additionally, I think Tyler Adams had a great performance again. I think we don't notice him all the time, but he's just fantastic. Like literally does everything. I thought the two center backs were solid. Diakite had that tricky pull, which I don't know. I'm seeing replays. I think it's 50-50. I think if that was not given against us, we would have been screaming for penalty. It was our call, so who knows? But overall, I think a good performance. I think we need to remember that these are Champions League sides we're playing, and taking a point against them in a clean sheet is incredible.
How old do you reckon he is?
Oh, God, don't do that.
I can't tell.
Well, you can't tell if he's like really young or he's older than you think, or what?
Oh, no, I don't know. I mean, he speaks like he's got a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
Talking about football.
But then he looks quite baby-faced.
Youthful.
Yeah. I mean, let's make it clear. He's younger than us. He's got to be younger than us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, definitely you.
Early 20s?
Oh, you reckon? Like young?
What do you reckon?
I was going to go late 20s.
Tristan, let us know.
And we're sitting, I think, joint second with 3 other teams. So I think we'll take that, move on to Leeds next week and up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries, yeah. Excellent there from Tristan. Let's hear from DC. Come on then, David.
Hey, it's David.
Oh, joking. I'm joking.
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and I just watched Bournemouth play Newcastle with a number of Bournemouth fans. Game wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. I mean, honestly, it was a pretty drab game in terms.
I was thinking that because I knew obviously David was out there and obviously Fletcher was out there and they were watching the game and stuff. Is it better when it's a rubbish game that you've got that going on? Because it kind of, at least you've still had a good day.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
There are times where, I mean, obviously I don't do it now.
Yeah.
But when I mean, I suppose with England games, it happens more because we don't go to the games, obviously. But because we watch it on TV, quite often in a pub, it's a little bit more exciting because you're chatting to other people, you're enjoying the atmosphere a little bit more, and it's almost a side show, so to speak.
Exactly. I feel like because England's been born for so long, and it used to be obviously a lot worse, I used to like going into the pub because I could think it's just on then and we'll celebrate a goal, but it's more about me and my mates.
Yeah.
I just wonder if that, yes, it would have been great if it was a thriller, but is it kind of better that at least you weren't sat at home watching it on your own, where it would have been bloody hard to stay awake?
Yeah.
Previous performances. But the unbeaten record continues, and I don't think it was our best performance, but again, it wasn't bad. We managed to get a point off a Champions League team. So overall,
I love that we don't know like what other clothes he's got there. I think there's clothes up there that obviously. But everything's red and black. There's like he doesn't nothing. There's nothing else, just red and black. I love that.
What I liked about his pictures, we showed him on the second look. They're on the Telegram group as well. You can see him on the AFCB and PL Instagram account and stuff. Every photo, when they're in a group, you can tell that they're saying "up the Cherries."
Yeah.
How many times have they said that over the weekend? And and each time it's pictures, it's a different part of "up the Cherries." So that's the Aries.
yeah.
Or the.
Do you know like. These because the American fans a lot say it a lot. It's like they up the cherry, but I've heard it so much in their accent. I don't say up the cherries anymore. I always go up the cherries, but I always just do it in a. But maybe to be fair, I have been to America, so I'm kind of
generally a so-so performance that resulted in a point. In terms of Premier League Live, it was fantastic. We met a whole bunch of Bournemouth fans. Steve Fletcher was an absolutely incredible ambassador to AFC Bournemouth. Spoke so well. Fans from other clubs were complimenting us on him. And I just want to give a shout out, if I can, to the marketing and PR team and the communications team from AFC Bournemouth. not all the clubs treat this seriously. Bournemouth were continually working and making content for all the channels, and I think we should be very proud of our behind the scenes staff, because they are hardworking and a credit to the club. Anyway, back to DC today, and see you next week.
Brilliant stuff from
The
him.
one time I was waiting for him to say up the Cherries, he didn't say it.
He doesn't
But
say
no, that's a good point as well, mate. It's really nice to hear that the club are doing it right when they go over there, and they're getting a lot of plaudits for that, and people are noticing it. That's really nice.
I had a story about a certain someone
Okay.
who works for AFCB Bournemouth. I don't know if I told you this.
Go on.
And I'm not going to say the name.
No, don't.
And so, what's the one thing? What's the one thing you need when you go to make an international flight?
Passport.
Yeah. Someone. Who forgets? Who forgets?
All says it one Fletch, right?
No, one Fletch. And alas, he paid for it all himself by the sounds of it. So fair play. Right. Now, this is for international cherries or those who can't get to games. However, this week we have got one from Jamie who does go to games. So for you, Jamie, there are the fan cams that are outside the ground, but we'll let you off this week.
Go on, let him in.
We'll put the video on. What have you got to say? Let's hear it.
It was 0-0, but my man of the match was Diakite. He was solid at the back again. Thought he dealt well with most duels in the air. Petrovic, he didn't have much to do. They only had one on target. And
Keep worrying that his head's going to slip. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look relaxed.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like the cushion or the chair behind is at an angle. So I keep thinking, I hope he stays up all right. Yeah.
in the first half. I will have to see it back on Match of the Day for the David Brooks disallowed goal. When I saw the picture up on the screen earlier, I thought he looked onside, if I'm honest. But I may have to re-look at it again, because the semi-automated system, I'm still not trustworthy. I don't trust it. I thought it was...
Semi-automated. It's supposed to be... I thought it was supposed to be instant.
What
was that one game over there? Was it this weekend or last week? I can't remember.
No, it was. Was it in the week?
A lot longer than what it should have.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
I think that may have been, was that Champions League at the time?
Yeah, I think it was in the week. But yeah, again, you're kind of like laughing to yourself. Like, it is honestly laughable at times, isn't it? But I agree with Jamie. I looked at it and thought, God, that doesn't even look off at certain, we talked about it in the second look, didn't we? Certain angles make it look really tight. But there's one angle I saw where you can see it's just clearly like, was it shin offside?
It was just a cagey performance. There wasn't a lot of quality in the game, and I'm hoping that we get all 3 points next Saturday at Leeds. But hopefully all the Cherries fans travelling up to Leeds next weekend have a fab journey up, and hopefully we bring 3 points back for the first time from Leeds, because we've never won there.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, and that is... Global, not in your case, Jamie, but Global Cherries.
Yeah.
Some good views there, mate.
Yeah, some good, mate. Enjoyed it. I'm going to go...
Quote of the day?
Yeah, well, I think we had Sand Beats Rock last week. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go Gabe for that pronunciation as a whole. It was... Because, look, we're looking at this now, and I'm missing Countdown, but they do Dixo. I want him in there. Pronouncing all these weird, unbelievable pronunciations. Trullifair.
Yeah.
Was my favourite. What did you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that, mate. 10 out of 10. It's like, I often see it in, coverage of La Liga, where they've got an English-speaking commentator that's got an English voice, and then all of a sudden, when they say a Spanish name, they go full-on Catalan.
Yeah, I love it, I used to have... There was I don't know if you remember the restaurant down in Bournemouth called Vesuvio's. I don't think it's still there. Is it still there? Remember
Vesuvio's. Hang on. Alan Chine.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, I knew the owner there. He was the cockneyest guy ever. Yeah. Like, real cockney. And you'd go in there and I'd see him. And he'd go, you're right, Tom, you're right, mate. And the phone would ring. Yeah, Vesuvio. Every time. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant it was. I used to absolutely love that. But yeah, definitely going to give it to Gabe this week. I think, what did we say about, so the one that needs to up their performance is, was it, whose dog? It was Mark's dog, wasn't it? Yeah. Mark's dog. Yeah. If you're going to, look, if I've never seen Mark's dog before, if you want to be back next week, I need more from you. Watch Ryan Christie. Look how much he gets around the pitch. Come on. It's absolutely lazy. Love that. So remember Samovo.com, use the code BOTN for 10% off. But thank you so much for everyone that submitted. It's all light-hearted banter. Apart from your dog, Mark, sort that out. Yeah, sort that out. I'm Where's a deer kite?
yeah. Oh,
I was looking forward to that.
Maybe we've upset him.
Oh no, well I'll give him a message. Say no, actually, since he said deer kite, got man of the match for me.
Yeah, good point.
Well played.
Good point.